Hi, this is Sarah Meixel, and today we're here with Dustin Oedekoven. He is the state veterinarian for South Dakota. So thanks for being with us today, Dustin.
Thank you, Sarah.
Very good. As a state veterinarian, can you give us or tell us a little bit about the differences that you see between the species and how they're using diagnostic testing?
Sure. Well, our state animal health agency, is dependent on some of the information that comes from veterinary diagnostic labs, and that information is generated from the relationship that veterinarians have with livestock producers. And we see a variety of different uses of diagnostic labs. Of course, traditionally it was post-mortem testing,
Right.
so finding animals that died and trying to find the reason for that. And so, of course, we have an interest in that, but at least at the diagnostic lab in our state, the information that we see becoming more and more, or the information that's being produced more, is from ante-mortem testing or samples that are collected from live animals, or in some cases submissions of animals just to get a read on what's going on. So, and of course the sample submissions from concentrated livestock species production, such as dairy or pork, we see a lot more samples come from those type of industries, mainly because they've learned that is one way that they can get an early indication of things that are going on within their herds, and that allows them to make better decisions in their production practices. So, beef cattle, for example, which we have a lot of beef cattle in South Dakota. We like to say there's 5 cattle for every man, woman, and child in our state. So, over 3 million cattle there. And of course, unless there's something really going on in that herd or a reason to be looking for something, there's not a lot of information generated through sample submissions. Again, unless something's really going on. Whereas on the pork and dairy side, where we see a lot more routine samples being submitted, again, just because of the concentration, for example, in the swine industry, the more frequent farrowing, you get more pigs per litter than
Right.
as opposed to one calf per cow, that sort of thing. So, we definitely see a heavier reliance on diagnostic lab use by different species than others.
And does that seem like more of a positive for emerging diseases then?
Well, yeah, in the case of emerging diseases, I do think that there's a benefit for those industries that are routinely using diagnostic services, because there's a chance that you'll catch something earlier. Oftentimes, especially, and this doesn't apply to all cow-calf producers, but in many cases, you have to lose 2 or 3 calves before you think, maybe I'll call the veterinarian and have them out and see what's going on here. And of course, that being a much bigger percentage of loss, production
Right.
loss, than we might see in other species, other sectors, before they decide to do some diagnostics and see what's going on. So certainly, routine diagnostic sample submission is important in identifying emerging and re-emerging diseases.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for all the information, Dustin.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thanks. This is Sarah Meixel reporting.